Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting news now coming out over here where it does kind of go and show why the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 is pushing so hard against this Xbox really big legal case in regards to this huge Call of Duty acquisition. But as well, on top of all this kind of big news and big push for PlayStation, and also the fact that we're actually seeing some early access for other stuff, the part two of this is also the fact that Call of Duty now has actually been apparently once again accused of stealing a mass amount of different things. If you guys missed that story, I made a video on that before, where basically Call of Duty was now called out and had a chance to go and refute, I guess, and get rid of all the features that they had a chance to steal. So there's a lot of kind of crazy stuff going on over here. So we're going to go talk about it, talk about these details, and talk about why the PlayStation itself is pushing still so hard to keep Call of Duty on their platform. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the brand new Howl links down below for the brand new awesome monitors they're working on, and there's a brand new link for that. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have the Target links down below and everything else down below, and let's dive into the news. So the very first and foremost news, if you guys have actually had a chance to miss this, Modern Warfare 2 campaign will now be playable 1 week early with the digital PS5 and PS4 pre-orders. Now, if you guys have had a chance to go and see on this one, they actually have had a chance to go and showcase this on up over here for the campaign early access. So for Call of Duty, obviously, Call of Duty gameplay itself, some people, a decent amount of folks, still care about the campaign overall. I'm not necessarily one of those people myself, but I'm not never against it, at least in my opinion. But when it does come to this one, it does seem like you do have now early campaign access for the PS5 and PS4 games, although not necessarily for the physical pre-orders, but it does go and allow people to go and see this up here too as well. If you pre-order digitally, you get to play the campaign up to a week early, 1 week based on estimated access, actual play time to subject to outages and applicable time zone differences. So it's a very intriguing thing. Activision has made the interesting decision to allow the single-player campaign of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 unlock 1 week early if you pre-order a digital copy off the PlayStation Store. And that means you'll get to play it from October 20th, 2022, with the full game including multiplayer becoming accessible from the 28th of October. It'll be an entire campaign from start to finish, but the offer doesn't extend to physical pre-orders. You must ditch the disc to take advantage. So this is actually a very intriguing thing, because this is probably a huge reason why PlayStation and Sony are so against the acquisition of Call of Duty and other Activision games. If you guys have had a chance to see, typically PlayStation does get a lot of this early access. If you guys have even seen the betas, probably a really good example is that the betas themselves for Call of Duty are multiple days beforehand. Like basically the PlayStation players get first grabs at checking out the game, having the allowability of pre-orders, and obviously people checking out the game overall. But that kind of makes everything a little bit weirder also for the Xbox side, because right now, Xbox obviously does not want them to go and get the early access, whether it's for a whole entire week early. Because if you think about it, this literally means that people, if they're given a week early, they're going to have a full week of time to potentially get the game, and if you have to obviously have a full game version for it. So if they do not allow this, what is the point? It's very awful, because it basically means that this could be a whole week of the game being accessible and Xbox players, Microsoft players, not being able to go play the game, or them having to go and pick and choose. And a PlayStation is usually the preferred console, and as of right now with all the internal statistics, it is. That just leads to a huge massive issue and conflict of interest. Now, it's kind of weird too, because Xbox has been trying to go and spend $70 billion to go and make sure that this is all set, this is all good. And that's why it's even more crazy, because PlayStation clearly does have a first mover advantage in terms of their contracts with how Activision does it. They always get the games first. They always now are even still getting a whole campaign a week earlier. And like I said, this is you have to have the full game and pre-order. So it's not oh, hey, if you just maybe check out the beta and see how it is and play on your preferred console. This is literally, you have to buy the full game in order for them to go and get this. It's actually very obnoxious. So, not fun to see. So over on the PlayStation blog, Infinity Ward describes the campaign as a state-of-the-art experience that will immerse players in a stunning, action-packed game, reality anyone can enjoy. You'll be globetrotting to the likes of Europe, Asia, and USA in Task Force 141, with gunfights underwater and high in the air to look forward to. With improved graphics built via photogrammetry technology, and Modern Warfare 2 campaign offers an impressive visual fidelity, we'll be covering up some of the smallest of details, like the water physics and graphics, to create the most immersive thing yet. Further improvements can also be sourced from the updated shadow systems, which offer improved lighting to create an even more realistic ambience that will help players fully immerse themselves in the game. Audio has also been enhanced to make everything more realistic, thanks to new engine improvements. This opened new possibilities for better sound capture and new features, including real-time mixing and natural limiting, to help players focus on the task at hand. Dive into the narrative and draw players throughout the missions. So basically, the blog post that reiterates that the upcoming available multiplayer, once again, is available on the PS5 and PS4 from 16th of September 2022. You'll need a pre-order to gain access, but the pre-release text then opens up for all a week later. And that's once again why I do think Xbox and PlayStation have some drama, because this just means that PlayStation gets early access and, once again, early movers. And that's really not cool for Xbox, especially when they're dropping $70 billion. This is obviously, once again, why PlayStation is pushing so hard to say that this might be a huge monopoly, or this might be a huge big issue when it comes to this stuff, because, hey, we're already making the extra money, we're already going and getting the early player base, and this is one of our best-selling games on our platform. Xbox, how about you maybe don't spend $70 billion? Oh, you still want to spend $70 billion? Well, how about legally you just can't do it because that'll drive too much traffic away from our platform and it'll become a monopoly and we can't afford to go and compete against it. So, like, as more and more of this stuff kind of comes out, it is kind of weird because PlayStation does have these contractual deals, like you guys can see over here, for the multi-beta being first, and also the campaign as well. And obviously, they don't want to lose that, but 100% they will not be allowed to have this. Same thing too as well with Game Pass. Game Pass will probably make the game even cheaper, and while people still will be buying and playing the game on PlayStation, it is a really hard bargain to go against when it comes with that. So this is kind of a huge drama, at least in my opinion. It's kind of a big issue nonetheless, as we're watching this pretty closely. Although also leave a comment down below if you guys are going to be checking out Call of Duty, and as well, a reminder, keep checking out the HOW links as well for the pre-orders, link down below. And as well, even though it's kind of big news still, and everyone's always back and forth in Call of Duty once again is accused of stealing yet another premium skin. This is the second time now. So new Call of Duty Warzone and Vanguard skin, and if you guys missed this, there was a really cool like wolf skin and character that they actually ended up removing after being called out, that's pretty hardcore. So basically, there's a new skin that's been added to the games as part of the Tracer Pack Malware Ultra Skin Bundle. The skin in question, named Doomsayer, looks remarkably similar to a character created for the upcoming game Dead Drop, a shooter in development by Midnight Society, whose team includes ex-Infinity Ward developer Robert Bowling and prominent streamer too as well, Dr. Disrespect. So Call of Duty Doomsayer skin looks awfully familiar. An initial notice by Twitter user Monesness, the new Call of Duty Doomslayer skin looks very familiar. I think 402, Robert Bowling, is going to be happy to see that Activision just added his own skin in Vanguard. Well, actually, maybe not. And while you guys may go and say against the similarities, like, this is pretty similar in terms of the face mask, in terms of the shadowing, in terms of the hood, in terms of the actual even layout on top of this too as well. Like, and this is more so adds a lot more merit. Like, you can maybe say like, oh, it's not that similar or different or whatever. This adds a lot more merit on the fact that this literally just happened about a week ago. Now, I don't want to go and give either side like the preferential treatment or whatever, but it does seem to go and show that Call of Duty's number one, okay with this, and number two, that their developers that are making these skins and artists clearly are okay with plagiarizing. This is really not cool. Clearly noticing the tweet, Robert Bowling made the following comment in a separate post. At least name it after me. Well, you know, or they're trying to go and call his best out to go and call it the skin too as well. So you guys can kind of see just these. These all look so similar. Look so similar vibey, you know, as you guys can see. What makes the scenario even more awkward is that Activision has only recently apologized for stealing the dog skin, as we mentioned before, as well made a separate video on. That basically was only resolved after they had a call out for that. This eventually resulted in the removal of artwork in the skin no longer being scheduled for release. So it's just really not cool to see these potential steals going on from Call of Duty, and as well, just at least to me, pretty interesting seeing all the drama between all these. And this also is a $20 skin, and it's probably printing a lot of money, because as you guys know, microtransactions are all up on top of that. So kind of a crazy Call of Duty news day. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think that you guys care? Do you guys care about the skins? Do you guys care about PlayStation versus Xbox? Leave a comment down below. As well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below, the Howl link as well. Go and check that out and get your free reservation. No commitment needed. Twitter and Twitching down below, and Target links too as well. We'll see you guys up later on tonight for maybe one more little bonus video.